Jumbo! My name is Tom Nisbet, President of the Lighthouse for Christ Mission U.S. Board of Directors. Join me for a quick glimpse at this highly effective and unique ministry. Let's take a look at God's work half a world away. In Mombasa, Kenya, a coastal, tropical, bustling city of 2 million people, unemployment and inflation are extremely high. 7 out of every 10 people are unemployed. The population in Mombasa is 70% Muslim. Healthcare infrastructure in Kenya is minimal. There are only 3 ophthalmologists in Mombasa, 1 eye doctor for every 700,000 people. Early vision problems can go undetected in children who live in rural, poverty-stricken communities. Here in Mombasa, God has chosen to raise up Lighthouse for Christ Mission and Eye Center. Our philosophy is simple: provide a medical service that will open the eyes and hearts of Kenyans to the hope found in Jesus. The Lighthouse ministry is a fourfold ministry: an eye care center, evangelism to the unreached, church planting, and a Bible institute. In 1969, missionary eye doctor Bill Greist, his wife June, and their 4 young children left a successful practice in Glendale, California for Kenya because of a great need for quality eye care. They began a small eye clinic and Sunday school out of their old Swahili house on Mombasa Island. In this very small, 1-doctor clinic, they examined patients 3 days a week on a first-come, first-served basis. Eye surgeries 2 mornings a week were done in a kitchen that was converted into a makeshift operating room. From the beginning, the purpose of the clinic was twofold: to give the highest quality medical service available and to tell people about Jesus. In 1983, prior to Dr. Bill being taken home to heaven, the mission leadership torch was passed to their son, Tim Greist. We have entered a new era from these humble beginnings. The 2-acre campus that overlooks Old Mombasa Harbor on the Indian Ocean has been greatly transformed over the past 37 years. Today there stands a beautiful 2-story modern eye center that was completed in 2005. It includes a state-of-the-art eye clinic and surgery center, complete with 2 fully furnished operating rooms and even an elevator. The grand opening of these beautiful facilities was held September 24, 2005, with hundreds of invited guests attending. More than 25,000 patients are seen each year at the Lighthouse Eye Center and in remote eye camps. The Lighthouse Surgery Center annually performs over 2,000 major eye surgeries. Impoverished men, women, and children flow through our general eye clinic, receiving quality eye care regardless of their ability to pay. Cataracts are the most common eye diseases, along with glaucoma, retinal problems, or just poor vision due to a lack of eye care treatment. Some may just need glasses. With the addition of the new general anesthesia machine, we can now do children's eye surgeries on site instead of relying on a local hospital where fees are double. This gives us the ability to treat twice as many children at half the cost. With the new expansion, the clinic is getting the reputation of being a regional hub where very difficult eye problems can be referred. Most of the patients are Muslim, Hindu, or followers of traditional tribal religions. Many would never darken the door of a church but are willing to listen to a gospel presentation, which includes the Jesus film and a personal witness from one of our chaplains or employees. In 2005, over 2,400 patients made a decision for Christ because of our eye care services.
And Father, I pray that every surgery that will go on in this room will be successful in the name of Jesus Christ, because we have called upon your mighty name, O God.
We are going on a one-day eye camp, a very far place from Mombasa Island.
Many along Kenya's coast are not able to afford a bus ticket to Mombasa. Mobile eye camps, sponsored by the Lighthouse, are held in clinics located in remote, rural areas. More than 60 eye camps are conducted each year. Those requiring eye surgery are transported to the Lighthouse, where they will receive an operation. The eye camp team includes a local Lighthouse pastor who shares the gospel message, resulting in hundreds giving their hearts to Christ annually. In 1969, a small Sunday school began at the eye clinic. Today, that small class has grown into what we call the Lighthouse Fellowship of Churches, made up of 36 churches that dot the east coast of Kenya. These thriving churches are led by called, trained, and dedicated national pastors. They are committed to evangelism and discipleship in Mombasa and in the coastal region. Young men come to the mission to be trained in the Bible. As a part of our Bible Institute program, these men are also trained in English and in a vocation. Many young people have been trained and have gone on to become successful pastors of Lighthouse churches and strong leaders in their community. The Eye Center is staffed by Kenyan men and women who are highly trained and devoted to our purpose, to provide healing to the physically and spiritually blind. They are good people who love the Lord and enjoy what they do to make a difference in the lives of the patients and their families.
Many doctors outside say that it is useless, but here in Lighthouse, they encouraged me. Everyone told me that she will see again, and Mother is seeing the word.
About 6 years ago, Dr. Roger DeHaven invited me to come to Mombasa to the Lighthouse and perform corneal transplant surgery. Prior to that invitation, God had been working on me, and I knew somehow that God wanted me to go to Mombasa. Little did I know at that time what a life-changing experience that would have. I know that sounds somewhat cliche, but that 2 weeks in Mombasa changed the way I lived my life and certainly brought me closer in my relationship with Jesus Christ. My good friend and mentor, Dr. Brad Ferris, once told me that it's not enough to be just a Christian doctor. He said that you need to be a Christian doctor that practices great medicine. I believe that that's important in medical missions as well, and the Lighthouse has accomplished that. There are many missions that do great medicine, there are many that do great spiritual work, but there are very few that do really well at both, and I think the Lighthouse is doing that. They're practicing world-class eye care, and also they're spreading the good news of Jesus Christ to so many in East Africa. I believe in my heart that if Jesus Christ were here today, in person physically, this is what he would be doing: healing the blind, training pastors, planting churches, and certainly spreading his good news to those who haven't heard. If you're asking yourself, how can I help? Let me explain that to you. First of all, we want you to pray. Pray for the Lighthouse. Pray for our staff. Pray that we will be empowered and have the vision and the strength and the courage to do what we need to do in East Africa. Second, give. We need your financial support. Many of you have given so graciously to help us build new facilities that are mentioned in this video. Those facilities come along with a greater burden of cost, with utilities and salaries and staff, but with that come the ability for us to treat more patients and see more people. Finally, go. We want to invite you to come to Africa. Come to Mombasa and help us do what we're doing for the blind and the spiritually blind in Kenya. If you're an ophthalmologist, our Kenyan doctors would love for you to come over and share your skills and your experience with them. We need specialty doctors such as cornea specialists, glaucoma specialists, retina and pediatric doctors, oculoplastic surgeons. We would love for you to come and work alongside our doctors in eye camps in the bush in Africa and in our compound, in our campus in Mombasa. Bring your families. We have beautiful facilities where you can house your families and have a great experience in Kenya. Take them on a safari and see elephants, rhinos, cheetahs, lions in the wild. We just want you to come and see what it's like to make a difference in the lives of children and adults who are both spiritually and physically blind in East Africa. We want you to come and see what God is doing at the Lighthouse for Christ mission.